Elise felt a familiar sadness, a longing for something more. Life in London, safe and predictable, felt smaller every day. Then a chance came up, a work trip to Cairo. It was a chance to show her skills at work, but even more, a chance to break free. Cairo was calling her, promising adventure and a way to leave her past behind. Landing in Cairo, the city hit Elise like a wave. The sights, sounds, and smells, everything was too much. She felt lost in a sea of new faces and a language she didn't know. Fear almost swallowed her, but Elise held on to why she came, to find herself. Walking through the busy market, Elise felt a million eyes on her. The weight of being different pressed down. Simple things, like ordering coffee, became really hard. Her carefully planned work speeches were met with silence. Elise felt like she didn't belong, her confidence shrinking. The business deal, her reason for being in Cairo, started to fall apart. Her careful plans were useless in the unpredictable Egyptian market. Elise felt she had failed, the weight of her company's hopes heavy on her shoulders. Evenings brought a different kind of loneliness. Miles away in London, her boyfriend Mark seemed further away than ever. Their late-night calls were full of arguments and unspoken anger. He didn't understand why she needed to escape, and she couldn't explain the emptiness she felt. The distance between them grew every day. Elise felt lost, alone in a strange place, her heart aching for a connection that seemed to be slipping away. Doubt crept in. Was she selfish for leaving? Was she meant to be alone? Needing some peace, Elise took a trip by herself to the pyramids. Standing at the foot of these ancient giants, feeling tiny next to them, she felt something change inside. The huge desert mirrored the huge potential inside her. She had faced her fears, jumped into the unknown, and found a strength she didn't know she had. That night, under a sky full of stars, Elise made a choice. She wouldn't let fear control her life anymore. She would embrace the challenges, learn from her mistakes, and make her own way. Now she saw clearly. She knew she deserved more from her job and her relationship. Section 5. Unexpected Friendship. The rest of her time in Cairo felt different, full of purpose. Elise explored, embracing the city's energy. She became friends with the local shopkeeper Layla, who taught her how to bargain and shared stories over sweet mint tea. Through Layla's eyes, Elise saw Cairo's beauty, the warmth of its people, the richness of its culture. Layla's friendship was a lifeline, a reminder that we can connect with others in unexpected places. She learned that kindness doesn't need words, and that sometimes the best lessons come from those we least expect. Section 6. A new way to succeed. Using Layla's advice, Elise looked at the business deal differently. She listened more than she talked, changing her approach to fit the local customs. She found creative answers, bridging the gap between cultures. Surprisingly, the client liked her new ideas. While the original deal didn't happen, a new opportunity appeared, one that fit the Egyptian market better. It wasn't the success she had imagined, but it was a win. Elise realized that failure isn't the end, but a chance to grow. She learned how important it is to adapt, to understand that success means different things around the world. Section 7. Letting go of love. Back in London, Elise knew things had to change. The distance between her and Mark had become too big to ignore. Their talk was hard but important. They both admitted they weren't happy, realizing they wanted different things. It was painful, but also a relief. Leaving a love that wasn't good for her was the bravest thing Elise had ever done. It showed her new self-respect, her understanding that she deserved a love that made her stronger, not weaker. Section 8. A new beginning. Elise returned to London, a changed person. The city seemed different, like she was seeing it for the first time. She went back to her job with new confidence, sharing what she learned in Cairo. She enjoyed being independent, no longer afraid to be alone. Her time in Cairo had been a tough test, making her stronger and more resilient. She had faced her fears, embraced the unknown, and come back with a grateful heart and a spirit ready for anything. Section 9. Lessons learned. Life has a way of challenging us, pushing us to our limits. But inside those challenges are the seeds of our greatest growth. Elise's trip to Cairo had taught her a lot about finding herself, the power of never giving up, and the amazing support of true friends. As she watched the sun set over the Thames, she knew her journey wasn't over. It was just the start, and she was ready.